Hey guys, what's going on? I'm just documenting for my own purposes. It's Sunday 1:55, March 10th, 2019. So I've been making videos, kind of inadvertently exposing, coercive control, MK Ultra, showing pictures of my injuries from directed energy. And I actually checked last night where that kidney hit was. It's still there. The mark is still there. It left like a scar. Um, but I woke up earlier today, probably 9:30, and was I think it was 9:30, was checking messages, and that I felt like horrible. They went after my entire being with radiation. For those of you who don't get hit with radiation, imagine like the worst tequila or red wine hangover that you've ever had. That's exactly what it's like. You wake up and your whole being is just sick, and you just want to throw up. And you can't really move, and your head is pounding. And the only thing that I can really refer it to is a red wine or tequila hangover. Yes, not a clean hangover like from vodka, where you kind of feel a little off when you wake up. But because the only reason I'm using alcohol as a way to explain this is because it's kind of the same thing. When you drink too much, you overload your entire system with toxins. When you get radiated, you overload your whole system. You get overloaded with toxins and that. So that's why it's similar. But so I apparently I haven't had this level in a long time. So I was in so much pain when I woke up this morning that I couldn't move. I couldn't walk the dogs. Thank God they were patient. They were radiated too. Spartacus has diarrhea, all day now, and tons of mucus in there. So they were hitting his abdomen in that. It's not good. But yeah, it's annoying. So, I mean, because everything that I do is surveilled. Oh, and then I also found too, doing analytics on my YouTube and that they're using a mailer system on my videos and getting me like a ton of views by circulating more controversial videos through the mailer system. And apparently the one that was the most controversial was the one about signs that you're being targeted by a government immunity trafficker. That's one of the top ones that they apparently had to share with everybody. Yeah. So I'm going to keep talking. I'm going to keep exposing everything because I can't. I'm young. I'm only 42. But I'm a young 42. I don't have kids. I've never been married. It's, you know what I mean? It's not, like I have a life to live. This is not how I want to live my life. And I'm not going to be coerced into whatever the hell they're trying to coerce me into, because it's sick. So, but organs are hurting. Everything's hurting right now. I didn't really wake up until 12:30, 1 o'clock or so, and kind of get out of bed. Hey, Sahar. I got all your messages. I was just too sick to even respond. But I'm slowly getting to moving with some coffee. But they're going after. They're giving it all they got right now. So it's not good. But I'm gonna carry on. I'm gonna keep talking about things they don't want me to talk about, and I'm not naming anyone's names, privately amongst people I know. They know everyone who's done this. But I don't know, it's not good. But I've been through this before, and I'll live, I mean, I feel like I'm bionic, honestly. Like, but I took I tried the turpentine before I went to bed last night, and I'll be honest with you, back in Huntsville when they were hitting me this way, my pain was way worse when I had all the candida in the system and that, because they were dosing me with something in Huntsville, orally somehow, where I woke up one day and there was a Spanish lozenge, like a throat lozenge, underneath the chair, and an antacid, like an extra Tums on the floor. And I had just moved that chair earlier that day and vacuumed under there, so there shouldn't have been anything under there. But both products had Spanish speaking terms on it, so I had to look it up, exactly what it was. And we didn't even have those in the house. I took a picture of them there on Facebook. So I found out that they may have orally been inducing me with candida, and just, while I was under hypnosis or whatever. And then I found out too, by doing research on these human trafficking, this particular gang, Dr. L. Wilson is familiar with them, and he does nutritional health testing, and he does a whole series on them. He calls them the rogues. And he claims that they're off-world, that they're human beings, but they're like literally their consciousness has been hijacked by something else. It could be demon possession, alien possession, whatever. I mean, everyone's got their own feeling on where that goes, but whatever they are, their original human consciousness has been tampered with or removed. And he even gets in, and Sahar, you'll find this interesting too, and I'm going to do a video on this one. They have certain techniques of raping a female, where they damage her central nervous system, and they specifically go after the central nervous system of the woman. And when I was in Huntsville, he even described like what they do, and all of my injuries lined up with exactly that, because I would wake up in Huntsville sometimes and couldn't feel my arms, my neck. Yeah, they're evil. But I'd like to try to get a hold of Dr. Wilson. Apparently he can test your hair, and there's different people around that he works with, and he can test like the levels in your hair of the heavy metals and other things, and basically just tell everything that's ever happened to you. So he might have to take like a shot of some acid or mushrooms before he tests my hair. So he might want to have a couple drinks. But I'm going to do a video on that. I've been meaning to do that. But yeah, I'll post the links today, but it's called like rape as a form of control. Then he even gets into the rape husbands, like when you're set up with one of the network guys for possibly marriage or long-term relationships, and it's like literally just a husband that just abuses you. And I've had 3 of those, but I never would legally marry any of them. Once I see that they got a little bit of the cuckoo in them, I will not mate with them, and I will not marry them. Like, I might stay with them too long because I'm like trapped, but I won't like, I can't. So, but yeah, so I'm in a bit of rough shape today, but I think I'm gonna make that video today, just to make them even madder. About, it gets into the women too, the women that are perpetrators also, and he specifically goes into how they're indoctrinated to be democratic feminist, which is true, the whole thing. The entire article, like as I read it, was 100% down to a T. So, all right, well, I'm gonna go. I have to drink this big thing of coffee and try to replenish my life. So, my life force. All right, bye, darling. I'll talk to you later.